is brought to you by Barton Community College. Explore your future and get started now. Visit gobarton.com.
Okay, Sports Day in 3, 2, 1.
It's kind of, we'll see. Like, you kind of have like these like week to 2 week kind of checkpoints where I got to get to. So I think the biggest thing for me now is kind of getting to the running and cutting. And I've started that stuff, but until I'm able to protect myself and go out there and be there, they're gonna keep me safe and not let me have the opportunity as much as I want to be out there. But I think if I can continue to do this stuff the right way, that's the hope for me at least. And so all I can do is execute this next checkpoint of getting that cutting, being able to protect myself, prove to Julie and Rick and those guys and Dr. Cooper that I can protect myself. Then they'll let me go out there and be a part of the team drills, and then that'll progress into the game.
The Thunder trying to be the first team to make the finals for 2 straight seasons since that Warriors run of 5 in a row at the end of the 2010s. Can San Antonio send us back to OKC? Let's do Game 6. The biggest blowout of the series by 27 points. The back-to-back MVP will face a Game 7. The Spurs have pulled it off, and there will be a 7th game.
The 0-2, 2 outs. 4G coming set. Swing and a miss by Kern. That'll do it as St. Thomas Aquinas moves on to the state championship, while the Great Bend Panthers will tie for third with either St. James Academy or Shawnee Heights.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into another episode of Sports Day. My name is Brant Daughtry. I'm the host of this program. The show is presented by Barton Community College, offering exceptional and affordable learning opportunities supporting student, community, and employee needs. Landon Winkler is in the corner. He's running the cameras such as they are. Not going to be a whole lot of stuff on camera today anyway, so it is what it is. Final show of the season. We say goodbye to Sports Day for 2.5, 3 months. We'll be back for football season. Sounds of the past 24 hours. Speaking of football season, the Chiefs are back on the field. OTAs are underway for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is in a brace. He's not 100%. Probably couldn't play if Game 1 was today, but still an outside shot. Probably a kind of a coin toss whether or not he'll be available for Week 1, the Monday night contest against the Broncos. Also kind of a coin flip whether or not Bo Nix is going to be available for Denver. So a bit of an interesting one there. Also last night, the San Antonio Spurs were able to force Game 7. They took down the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's the good news for you right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. I believe it's Sunday. They are playing, it's either Saturday or Sunday. They're playing Game 7 in Oklahoma City, and you can hear that right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. The best 2 words in basketball, Game 7. Winner will take on the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals. Will it be the Thunder? Will it be the Spurs? Will the fact that these 2 teams had to beat each other up for 7 games have an impact on who wins the NBA Finals? I think it definitely could, because the Knicks are just good enough to make that happen. Lastly, this happened about 30 minutes ago, maybe less. The Great Bend Panthers on the baseball side fell in their semifinal game against St. Thomas Aquinas. The Great Bend Baseball Panthers are done. Their season is over. They finish in a tie for third. Really impressive run from them. I don't think most people expected them to make it out of a regional. And the fact that they were able to take the regional in Andover and then win the quarterfinal game against Salina Central, a really, really impressive job by the Great Bend Panthers to make it a run all the way to the semifinals. This is a really, really good baseball team that, like I've said with Coach Stead all year long, is just been greater than the sum of its parts to this point. Great Bend softball is about to get underway over on B1043 The Point. Let's check and see if they're live. I'm watching the video stream right now. They are not live yet. They're working on it. They're about to get there. I think starting lineups are being announced. So if you want to hear that game, Mike Hesher has the call over on B1043 The Point. We do hope you'll stick around here as we get ready to say goodbye to Sports Day for the next couple of months. Like I said, we'll be back. We'll be back. Football season just around the corner. As you can tell, like I said, Chiefs are on the field already. It's going to be a shorter break than people think as we get ready for football season. Sports Day is brought to you by the Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street in Great Bend. Also by Sutherland's, helping you build it better since 1917. From quality lumber, plywood, and OSB to cabinets, plumbing, hardware, and power tools, they have everything you need to get the job done. Visit Sutherland's on 10th Street. Lastly, brought to you in part by the Barton Cougar Booster Club, continuing their efforts to make the Barton Community College athletics programs the best in the country. Fun show for you today. Connor Nickel of Sunflower Sports Solutions. He's been on just about every single Friday show. He'll join us for one more here as we get ready to say goodbye to high school athletics for the school year. Later in the show, I'll be joined live from Wichita, campus of Wichita State, by Lyles Lashley, the head coach of Great Bend High School track and field. He mentioned doing this, I think it was on Tuesday that we talked, may have been Wednesday, but he said, look, you can call in if you want, and I was, on his way out, I was like, were you serious about that? And he goes, absolutely, yeah, do it. So we're going to talk with Lyles Lashley about that whenever we get ready to go from the standpoint of track and field. And track and field updates are already running on some of our sister stations right now. I'm in charge of those. I'm also hosting the show. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's still a whole lot of fun, and this is the last thing that we do for the year before we go on summer break. And really, it's Royals from here on out until we hit football season. So, and they're not doing too great either. So we will hit to our first break. On the other side, Connor Nickel of Sunflower Sports Solutions. We talk a little bit of baseball, softball. We do touch on Great Bend baseball, and you'll come to see where Connor was absolutely right in his prediction. He thought that it was going to be a very tough matchup given the talent that St. Thomas Aquinas had. And, last year's state champions, they take down Great Bend, and they will play in the state championship later. But still gives Great Bend baseball its flowers. Like you said, really, really impressive run to make it to the state semis. Great Bend softball, he also talks about, like I said, they're about to get underway over in Wichita. And we'd spend the bulk of the conversation talking about track and field stuff. Great Bend and not Great Bend stuff. We mentioned some Ellenwood. We mentioned some Hoisington. We mentioned some kids from outside of the Golden Belt area. Just some of the things that fans can expect to see, and maybe in terms of records broken or really close contests, things like that. So that's coming up on the other side of this break. Connor Nickel, after this commercial, you're listening to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Today we're looking for our latest instant finalists with Looking Fly in the Cacti. Brought to you by Ehlers Chevrolet, Equity Bank, Eldridge Fencing, Z's Liquor, and Z's Liquor Mart. On August 14th, someone's going to be driving away in a 2026 Cacti Green Chevy Equinox, and it could be you. Get in today at Next Tech Wireless and switch to the network built for Kansas with deals that seriously deliver. Right now at Next Tech Wireless, you can bring your number over and score unlimited data plus the new iPhone 17 for just $25 a month. Yeah, unlimited data and a brand new iPhone for only $25 a month. Stay connected with people, music, and moments that matter most without draining your wallet. Stop on in Next Tech Wireless today and see why more Kansans are making the switch. Next Tech Wireless, keeping Kansas connected. Become our latest instant finalist for Looking Fly in the Cacti. You have until 5 o'clock to get qualified today at Next Tech Wireless, 10th and Madison in Great Bend.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Hey Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Parents, if your student is planning for college this fall, Barton Community College enrollment days make the process simple. In one visit, your student can meet with advisors, choose classes, explore financial aid, and get everything set for the semester ahead. Barton's team is here to guide them every step of the way. Sign up for a Barton enrollment day and get started today. Go to enroll.bartonccc.edu.
C&E Doors, this is Eddie.
Papa, we lost power. This storm is a real show.
Hadley, what did you just say?
I repeated what the neighbor yelled when his garage door wouldn't open.
Tell your neighbors C&E Doors can help. We install operators with battery backup, so doors open without power. And what's your language?
Yes, Papa.
C&E Doors installs operators with battery backup. Call C&E Doors in Great Bend or Hayes and stay in control, power outage or not.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
Sports, leisure, fitness, and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs. It's all here at the Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend or check out the all-new website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the Rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the Rec.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry here for the final time this season, talking with Connor Nickel of Sunflower Sports Solutions. Connor, you've been with us the whole time, every Friday, just about every Friday that we've had a show. You have been a part of it. So starting out this conversation by saying thank you. I appreciate you doing it, and I think you always bring something new to the table, and for that, I appreciate you, sir.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think this is year 5. I've done it on Fridays, at least year 4. I know there's some sporadically before that time, and so yeah, really enjoy it. You guys do a great job, and yeah, always just try to bring some new information, something that maybe people have not yet heard. So,
and we appreciate you for that. So, Connor, let's launch right into it. Weather got in our way yesterday. We were supposed to be talking about how Great Bend performed in the state semifinals in baseball and softball, and looking forward to the state championships if either team makes it, and whether or not Great Bend was going to do well in track and field. And we were going to spend most of our time on track and field today, and I still think we can. But, Connor, weather got in the way, and we are instead playing a whole lot of games in one day in Wichita as far as baseball and softball goes. So baseball for Great Bend is underway currently. I know softball getting started soon. We're recording this at about 10 a.m. So tell us what you think Great Bend's chances are straight up against St. Thomas Aquinas.
Well, I mean, what baseball has done this year, and I was thinking about this last night. We talked about earlier in the season how Great Bend has historically pulled some of these upsets to qualify for state. And obviously I mentioned earlier in the week, too, that they had a great matchup with Salina Central. They went 5-1. Obviously, Central has several key errors. I think all 5 runs were unearned.
Yep.
Minton and Wandra pitched extremely well. I think Wandra, it was like 16 pitches for the final two innings there. Minton in his last pitching performance, I mean, what an incredible career he had. Again, I thought the matchup on paper was really good. And I can't think of a team truly. I went back through last night for about 20 minutes. I cannot think of a baseball team in any classes that has pulled the upsets, again, going back the last 8 to 10 years that Great Bend baseball has pulled, whether it's been under obviously Coach Beck or now under Coach Mike. Just an amazing job. And again, what Great Bend, their strengths all season long, pitching and defense, and to win that game 5-1, an outstanding job. What happens today will not in any way, shape, or form take away from an unbelievable season. It is going to be a challenge today. It is going to be an immense challenge. The St. Thomas Aquinas is historically has multiple Division I kids. Just in the last couple of years, they've got a starter at Purdue. They've got a starter at KU. They've had pitchers get drafted. This is an immensely great team. And so obviously a rematch from the state championship game last year. I think that Aquinas is just simply going to have more talent on the field. But again, what a great season for baseball. Flipping it over to softball, Aquinas was second in 2024, won the state championship last year. I think that Great Bend softball has a really good chance to win. You're going to have some Kansas City area kids here that play a lot. Obviously, the Vaith girl, I believe I'm saying that correctly, Vaeth, the Vaith girl, great two-way player, hitting over 440 this year, and has pitched a lot. Savers has had a nice season too. Addison Savers, the first and third baseman. Great Bend's going to hit. Can they figure out the pitching well enough that things can go in their favor? And what's interesting with the schedule is that is historically how it's been for decades. You play the semifinals, you take a half an hour break, you play the championship game. Obviously, this year things were more spread apart, which is how Acacia wants them. But for some of the classes, I know 2A softball, 5A, and some other classes too. I think 3A too. Now you're playing this back-to-back situation where everybody's playing here in one day.
And that is it's just another added layer, right? But when you're in the state championship, you better be able to overcome that level of adversity. Okay, let's flip our attention to track and field. We talked about this a decent bit. I talked about it with Mike Corson on yesterday's show, how many Golden Belt area kids are going to state, specifically Great Bend High School sending 17 kids. I know that a couple events have already gone. I know that Cooper Omont went early this morning in the shot put, finished fourth, I believe. So that's kind of where we are as far as that goes. But let's talk a little heavily on the track and field side of things. When you're competing in that many events, when you're competing in multiple events at state, how does one kind of keep their body in check and not totally empty the tank for one event and then just be gassed for the rest? How do you maintain that, I guess, equilibrium, make sure that you leave something in the tank in an event like this?
Yeah, and I got to give kudos to Mike Corson. I've known Mike for probably close to 20 years, and nobody knows track like Mike Corson. So a plug for him. And that is kind of the meat within the meat at state track that as a casual fan you don't always see. And I've seen it being on the infield, and I've seen it. I remember there are a couple of cases in particular, but I'm just going to name one. That there was a Division I sprinter jumper who went to K-State. She had a nice career, and she was long jumping. Her team had a chance to win a state team title. She was long jumping as right before the 200 final was going on. And what she did on long jumping, she took a calculated gamble. She jumped one long jump, and she was in first place. It was not her best jump. It was not a jump that was like going to automatically clinch a state championship. But she goes 200. She was seated a little bit. I think she was seated third, and she goes, "I'm done with long jump. I'm going to scratch out, and I'm going to go run a 200." She ended up winning the long jump, but there was a gamble that the coaches made. The jump was good, but maybe not good enough to win state, but it did hold up. A couple of years ago after that, there was a great jumper from Scott City, and he had qualified as the top three in long jump, high jump, and triple. But that year, two of the jumps were happening basically at I believe it was high and triple were happening at the same time. And he would sprint back and forth on the infield to try to, get in the jumps. And you've got to talk to the official. But again, going at max speed, going at, putting all that torque on your body, it really does play a role. There's global things that have been talked about that you would do Acacia track. If you want to avoid this, you would do this like Missouri, where basically the small classes will compete one week, the large classes will compete the other week. But I don't think Kansas, no one really wants to do that. They want all six classes together. So you do have these situations that come up. The biggest one that has affected has generally been in pole vault, because a lot of the pole vault kids, well, if they're going to qualify, it's going to be in other somewhat random events. Like you can say, okay, most shot putters will qualify in discus type of thing. With pole vaulters, that's not the case. And so you've had some people who have wanted to jump early, who may, and this is a scenario that is played out, a boy might not enter until 13 feet, but they're also running the 4x1. So they will enter sooner to make certain they get a bar cleared, and then maybe come back and try to, then clear, some other height. So, yeah, some of these scenarios play out. And I remember even Marshall Musel, who played at Oklahoma, Golden Belt kid. He went to lacrosse. He was a 110 hurdler and a shot putter, which is a rare combination. He threw the shot put. I think he took third as a senior, and then immediately went and ran the hurdles. So it is something, getting rest in the heat, finding a way to get shade, finding a way to get electrolytes in your body very, very quickly. I think are all some of those game within the game things here at State Track.
Talk to us about some of the events that have happened already, if you have them in front of you and available. Feels like Great Bend with a decent showing. I was wrong. It's not the shot put. It was the long jump that Cooper Omont finished fourth in. He missed medaling by 3/4 of an inch, if I'm reading it right. But a couple of other events that have happened already as well. Taya Stroop finishes in 11th place in the high jump, clearing 4 feet 10 inches for Great Bend High School. But is there anything that's popped out to you so far, understanding we're still very early in the going as far as what State Track and Field are up to?
Yeah, and so obviously for those who don't know, because it does change. It has changed over the years. Your State Track, you will actually place 8. So 8 people will stand on the podium, and it used to be for years and years. It used to be 6, which I actually like. Most people do, because if you make a final, you still have to beat somebody to stand on that podium. And then, I don't know, maybe 10-ish years ago, they made it to 7. And now if you make a podium in a final for a running event, then you will place. Now, what they do for the field events, particularly on the throwing side, is they will take 9 to finals, and then 8 will place. So some things to kind of think about there. The major thing that I want to point out is actually not necessarily a Golden Belt thing, but I just think is really cool, is what Ava Klassen from Capen, Keely Schultz from Salina Central, and Elizabeth Arenas did from Piper in the girls 5A 2-mile. Klassen wins it in 10:04, which is a state record, and is USA top 25. Kaylee Schultz goes, who's a Division I runner, goes Kansas top 10, and Arenas pulls out a personal record and is also in the Kansas top 10. So, I mean, you had a state record already in the first 2 hours here. That girls 2-mile and 5A, just unbelievable. Kind of some of the talent there and some of the showings there has been really, really amazing. I would also say too that you're exactly right. In the 5A long jump for Cooper to take 4th, obviously the top 4 are within 2.5 inches. Obviously, I think the top 6 were within roughly 6 inches, and so a lot of great talent there. Again, his best event, the triple jump, is still to come. But for Cooper to take a top 4 finish early on, I think is a really nice showing, because you'll have some people at state with 5,000 people there watching, and jumping in the morning too. It's just not something people are accustomed to. You have some people who don't jump as well, and then you have some people who just with the adrenaline in the day. I've seen it. I've been there. I was there pit side when Gerald Morrow from Emporia set the all-time Kansas record about 10 or 11 years ago. He actually went to Oklahoma for football, and he said the crowd, the environment, everything really, really helped him with that jump.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. Are there any state records that are at risk this year? You think that do you expect to see anybody surpass records that have been set?
Yes, yeah. The pole vault in 5A is very much in jeopardy. That is for the boys' side. That is going to be really interesting. The 2A pole vault record could definitely fall tonight as well. And I do think in the girls' 1,600 meter in 5A, that is very much in jeopardy too. I think those are the three that really, really stand out of ones that that could fall. And generally speaking, if you have seen a record fall, it has come in pole vault in recent years, both whether it be on the boys or the girls' side. You had Ashton Berkdahl from Andover Central, who's now at KU, having an amazing career. He broke it. Some of those pole vaulting records have just kind of broken, maybe not every year, but maybe every other year. So, and then you just have this incredible run right now on the girls' side of amazing girl runners who are consistently well under 5 minutes on the mile, and there's 1,600, and just putting up amazing times. That is really a Kansas strength right now, is your girls, particularly in your higher classes, in your 1 mile and 2 mile runs.
I want to talk a little bit about another local kid, a school that you and I have talked about some, but not really in track and field or baseball or softball. Reagan Wirtz of Ellenwood was a freshman last year, won 3 state titles as a freshman last year, and is back again trying to do the same thing. Do you expect a performance like that from her again?
Yeah, I really appreciate you bringing her up because she is amazing. Just quickly go through, she is seated number 1 in the 100-meter dash by a good almost 2/10, which in that race is pretty significant. The Cameron Gurley girl from Hoxie is ranked 2nd. Gurley's amazing. Gurley is a all-state everything, and has broken multiple state records in track. And Wirtz is better than she is. So Wirtz right now is seated 2nd in the 200. Only a couple of hundredths behind Julia Kilgore from Sterling. Kilgore is an amazing athlete, multiple state track champions. Gorley is seated 3rd in that, so that should be a fantastic race. Long jump, which is her best event, she is seated 1st by a mile, quite honestly, behind Alexa Weiser, again, multiple time state in basketball and volleyball, is seated 2nd. So Wirtz has a real shot. I think Kilgore in the 200 is going to pose a very difficult test. But if Wirtz does what she should be able to do in the 100 and the long jump, heavily favored in those races. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing up her because what Ellenwood could do this year, they've got a real shot to place high. Ellie Joyner, the Panning girl. Panning girl is a fantastic freshman for the Eagles. They've got a real shot to do well. The other thing too that I want to point out, not quite Golden Belt area, but close, is what the Boydson sisters from Ellis can do. The Boydson sisters, of course, they went 1-2 in state cross country. One sister beat the other sister by like a second. They're seated 1st and 6th in the mile, and 3rd and 5th in the 200, but in the 3,200. But both of those can run a lot faster in the 2 miles. So some of those will face, for example, in the 800, the Boydson sisters qualified Cambry Nixon from Central Plains is seated 1st. But if you're a Golden Belt area fan, know that the Boydson sisters will give Cambry Nixon a really, really great race in that 1A 800-meter run. So those sisters will run against a lot of Golden Belt area girls. Could be interesting to see how all that falls.
And Connor, tell us what you think is likely to be the toughest field. What event or events do you think there's no clear favorite here, and it's going to come down to a matter of inches or tenths of a second, some kind of measurement of that sort?
Yes. So I got a lot of interesting possibilities here. And if I were to pull out something, I would say one event would be the 4A. Well, actually, I'll go with this. I got a couple of possibilities here, but I'm going to go with the 4A pole vault, where you've got multiple girls who have cleared 11 feet, and you have the Andale girls. So there is a interesting streak here. Andale's been coached by Mark Schmidt in the pole vault for 25 years. His son, of course, is Dylan Schmidt, the Andale football coach. Andale has had somebody finish first or second in the girls' pole vault in something like 22 of 25 years. Like, it's something incredible. Well, 4A girls' pole vault, you've got 3 girls at 11 feet. Then you've got a huge group of girls at 10-6, including the 2 Andale girls. So no maybe clear favorite there. The Campbell girl from Paola's cleared 11-7. And then the other one that I think is really interesting as well is the 4x1 girls 5A relay. And I'm going to pull it up here because it is really something else. And here we go. It is, it's down here on my page some here. Here we go. Okay, 4x1. You have got Kansas City Piper, Bonner Springs, Emporia, Bishop Carroll, Andover Central, and Salina Central, all within less than a second of each other. Hayes High is also in this race, and Hayes High had to make a late switch. And for WAC fans, Lindy Zimmerman from Hayes High is not competing. You know, she was the top scorer for the WAC girls at league. She's not competing. She has a hamstring injury. That race, 5A girls 4x1 relay, you've got 7 to 8 teams who've got a real shot to win it. So 4A girls pole vault and 5A girls 4x1 relay, you could see a variety of people win there.
Outstanding. Connor, well, again, I just want to say before let's end it off with this. Is there anything else that you think needs to be talked about as far as state track goes? Are there any other interesting storylines that you want to bring up?
There's so many state track. Again, there's a lot of different things going on. The last thing I would say is if you are there, have an opportunity to watch Drew Zika from Wellington. She is unbelievable. She is number 1 ranked in the 4A girls 100 hurdles. She is number 1 ranked 5'8" high jumper in the 4A girls high jump. And the 4A girls long jump, she's also seated first. She is one the announcers will point out, particularly on high jump. To go 5'8" as a girl in high jump is really amazing. Her mom was a great athlete, Nita McPherson. Her sister plays basketball at Fort Hays State. If you hear Drew Zika on the loudspeaker, which you probably will, pay attention because you're watching one of the great all-time Kansas girl jumpers.
Connor, as always, thank you so much for the time, sir. It's been a pleasure doing the show with you every Friday for the last couple of months, and we'll take a couple of months off, and if you'll come back, we'll have you back on, and I'm really excited for it.
Hey, sounds good there, sir. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Friday.
I appreciate it, sir. You too. We will talk to you later. That is Connor Nickel of Sunflower Sports Solutions joining us here on Sports Day. Big thanks to Connor for coming on the show today and every other day. Seriously, I appreciate that guy because he makes it so easy to talk about any sport. And like I said to him, the dude knows something. He brings something new to the table every time. Every time I talk to Connor, I feel like I'm going to find out a new piece of information that I didn't know earlier. And a whole lot of fun talking to Connor. Always. So big thanks to him for what he's meant to the show over the last couple of years. Sports Day is brought to you in part by Kern Floor Service. Whether you need a new ceramic, porcelain, or natural stone floors, their knowledgeable and friendly flooring experts are here to help you find the perfect floor for your home decor and budget. Visit the Great Bend showroom at 908 Coolidge to see, touch, and feel the latest styles. Also by Cody Crook of Red Cedar Land Company. Whether you're looking to sell your land or find the right property to buy, Cody takes pride in understanding your goals and making the process as smooth as possible. Call Cody at 620-617-7320 or visit redcedarland.com. We got to hit a break. On the other side, I'll talk to Lyles Lashley, the head coach of Great Bend High School track and field, as he is on the infield in Wichita right now, watching his kids go. Had some placers already, looking at some stuff. And if we time it up perfectly, we've got an opportunity to get some live play-by-play of some folks doing some runs. Update from Wichita, Great Bend softball. Lady Panthers are down 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Great Bend struggling a little bit. They're going to have to win with offense today, it appears. So that crew trying to get back on track, but this still a very long way to go in that one. Reminder: Great Bend baseball already lost today. Great Bend softball trying to get a little bit of revenge on St. Thomas Aquinas and play in the state championship. But we'll let you know about that as the game continues. You're listening to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Lyles Lashley up next.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Sports, leisure, fitness, and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs. It's all here at the Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend, or check out the all-new website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the rec.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Welcome back into Sports Day. All right, we go to the phone lines. We have head coach Lyles Lashley of Great Bend High Track and Field. Coach, welcome to the show. Give us the rundown.
Well, Cooper just jumped. He was in second place. Waiting to see how far it is here. So he actually was earlier in the long jump. As you saw, he was in first at one time. Then three people got back. He was in sixth, went to first, and three people passed in the long jump. This is round 5 of the triple jump. And the kid from Piper is leading right now, and Cooper is 2 inches behind him.
Okay, so Cooper is, even after this last jump, still 2 inches behind?
Yeah, that was 46.6 in the last jump.
Okay, so we're still working on the long jump.
The
Or the triple
jump.
Yes, he already did the long jump today, right?
Yes, got fourth.
Okay.
So he's got one more attempt at it to try to get his 3-peat.
I got you. All right, how is the rest of the squad doing today? I know Jay Stroop ran earlier today.
Jay Hyatt jumped earlier today. Noah Kaiser just got off the award stand, which was a big surprise for us, and got 6 in the pole vault. Karis Slew got second in heat and automatically advanced to the finals for the 200. The girls shot putters didn't have the best day of the world, but they were competing early this morning. And then I know Mackenzie Lindbergh just got done throwing jab, and so So who else we have rolling today? I think that's about it that we have competing. But they're starting the 6th round now in the triple jump with the first jumper. So Cooper will be the 8th jumper in this round.
All right, so we got to keep you on for 7 more jumps is what you're telling me, or at least 8 more jumps.
Yes.
Well, Coach, what is the atmosphere like out there? What does the crowd look like?
It's your typical Friday crowd. The small schools are starting to roll in here because we're almost in the prelims with the 4x4s, and then so the side over here is getting kind of packed with the athletes. The other side is your typical about half full on Friday, and then tomorrow it'll get full up pretty good if that stadium doesn't fall down because it's so old.
What is the weather like? Is it a good day for this kind of event?
Yeah, it's warm and muggy, and the wind's not terrible. It's not bad at all. So it's a good day for the sprint and jump and everything else. Probably not your best distance day, but that's all right. They're pretty much done. So the small schools run 2 mile later tonight. So it's not a bad weather day though.
That is good. Yeah, for sure. Tell us about, I guess, just some of the athletes you've seen. Is there anything that's surprised you to this point?
I think the first 2 races that broke the meet record in the 5A girls and boys 2 mile earlier, so that was kind of cool to watch. Just some other stuff. I think Kent Bolt lost at about 16.6 a little while ago. So other than that, just watching normal stuff. I know last year I think they broke 47 meet records. I'm expecting that kind of with this weather and then with the new track and everything. I'm expecting a whole lot of meet records to go down this weekend also.
So, Coach, I believe I saw earlier checking mile split for a couple of minutes. I saw a couple of PRs for your runners.
Yeah, they couple good days. Yeah, give me a couple good ones today. Especially like Noah had that PR in the pole vault, and then I should have shot. I know those girls were a little disappointed, but they were happy to make it. So it's a classic state meet. You have some good, you have some bad, and you have some not so bad. So hopefully we'll have more good and not so bad.
That's the goal at the end of the day, right? It's just have more good than bad.
Yes. Yep. That's usually the goal, especially meetings we have here. And we knew coming in, some of them would struggle to get on that podium, but especially for the younger ones, some good experience for them.
Sure. So, Coach, you and I are friends on Facebook, and I saw you making some comments earlier before this meeting. What was going on that kind of got you higher up?
They didn't have to gate them. I mean, it was we started at 7:45 and 7:15. The gate for the athletes wasn't even open. So you got people that were competing at 7:45, and like our distance runners. Not that we had anybody competing in, but we do an hour-long warm-up. It's just one of those deals where, so we wouldn't have been able to even do that if we had been out there. It's not good for those kids to open that up, and just thought it was, I don't know, I just was a little disappointed that that's happening in state meet.
Sure. So, Coach, tell us what is next on the docket? What are we looking forward to the rest of the day?
So all we got left is Cooper. As soon as he gets out here, he heads over to the javelin, and then we're done for the day. And the small schools will be on display then.
Okay. So where are we in the triple jump lineup here?
The 5th place guy just jumped. He went 44 feet, so we got the 4th coming up, and 3rd, and 2nd. So we're three jumpers away. 2 more before him.
3 jumpers away. Cooper Omont being the 3rd. I'm excited for this. I want to get us to that moment, and I feel like we've done a good job getting us there so far. So let's continue speaking, Coach. You said the weather's good. What is the kind of, I guess, the spirit of the kids? Do your runners and jumpers and throwers, do they all seem excited to be there?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, even as late as it is in the year, they're all excited still. Obviously be here. To be a state qualifier. I mean, obviously the ultimate goal is to get to the state meet, and then and then if you score, it's even better. If you get on the podium, great. But no, they're all excited. I mean, Even our seniors that have been graduated school for now for about 2 years, it seems like. They got out of school quite a while back. So
right.
All right, we're down to the one before. This kid actually has the farthest jump in 5A from Aquinas this year. He's been 49 feet this year. See, he went out there. He got one out there.
Pretty good jump for him?
Yeah, for the Aquinas kid. Let's see what this is. Cooper goes from the farther back more than he does, but so it's a little different. See, I think that's a pretty good jump, though. Hopefully it doesn't push him back out of second.
Want to give a quick update. Speaking of St. Thomas Aquinas, Great Bend softball over on B104 through the point. They've gotten one run back. They trail STA 3-1 in the top of the third.
The Aquinas kid just took the lead, 47-3.
Wow.
Cooper's up now. He's now in third place. Last jump.
What were the distances that Cooper had the last 2 years to win?
47 last year, and I think 46 the year before. Here he's coming down the runway. Behind. Yeah, I don't think that's going to get it. I think it's going to be 46. Be my guess. He was a little bit behind the board. He's been struggling with the board this week and last week, so let's see what we've got going on here. Yeah, I think he's going to end up third.
Yep. All right.
Let's see what that jump is. 46-2. So 46. Good series by him, especially if they all 46s in the last three, the finals. Right there. So maybe he'll go throw a javelin for a PR.
Yep.
Busy day for him.
Yep. So he will likely be on the podium, or he is going to be on the podium, but
yes.
was not able to defend that state title.
No, not this year. It wasn't. So
yep.
See if that Piper kid, the Turner kid, answered me.
Huh. We'll stick around for this.
Yeah, let's see. He just jumped. I don't think it is though. I think it's probably 45 with the Turner kid. So the Aquinas kid isn't winning. They haven't flashed this one up yet. Yep, 43-8.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, we got Jab today, and then we'll be bright and early again tomorrow morning for some field events and for Karis from the 100.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Coach, thanks for taking the time today. Appreciate the times that you've come on the show this year, and always a pleasure.
All right, thank you, boss.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Big thanks to Coach Lashley for coming on. Yeah, that's upsetting. Dadgummit, man. I obviously, look, placing third in the state is far from horrible, right? Like for the dude in two one-footed jumps and a two-footed jump got it almost 50 feet. Like the dude's a freak, but was not able to defend his state championship. I think he said finishing in third. I think guaranteed a third place finish now, or all but. So still will wear a medal. Still will get on the podium either way. But Cooper Omont unable to defend his state championship in the triple jump. He finished fourth in the long jump a couple of hours ago. He will finish third in the triple jump. Javelin still on the table for him. And there's one other event. Gosh, this is the high jump. I think the high jump, but he's unlikely to medal in that one. Based on what I've heard, you never know. The dude's a freak, so he could definitely find that extra gear. But big thanks to Coach Lashley for coming on. We got to hit our final break of this season of Sports Day. We're back to wrap things up right after this. You're listening to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
Central and Western Kansas residents, are you looking for a new vehicle? Marmy Auto Group can make it happen. Marmy Auto Group includes Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevrolet, and GMC. Marmy Auto Group, your Central and Western Kansas dealer, has new and pre-owned vehicles, or we can special order your vehicle today. If your existing vehicle needs serviced, Marmy's award-winning service department can help. Come to Marmy Auto Group on 10th or marmies.net. Marmies, make it happen.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
C&E Doors, this is Eddie.
Papa, we lost power. This storm is a real show.
Hadley, what did you just say?
I repeated what the neighbor yelled when his garage door wouldn't open.
Tell your neighbors C&E Doors can help. We install operators with battery backup, so doors open without power. And what's your language?
Yes, Papa.
C&E Doors installs operators with battery backup. Call C&E Doors in Great Bend or Hayes and stay in control, power outage or not.
Hey, Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Marmy Auto Group makes it happen. Central and Western Kansas. Check out our selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Marmy's friendly staff offers top quality service that you've gotten to know over the years. When your existing vehicle needs parts or service, our experienced team will get you back in the game this season. Marmy Chevrolet, GMC, Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, parts, service, and body shop. Visit Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street or marmies.net. Marmies, make it happen.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Barton Community College, in partnership with Golden Key Group, proudly offers the nation's first associate degree in federal human resources. This online program prepares anyone for remote federal HR careers across the government. Service members and military spouses can use MyCAA or GI Bill benefits to take the next step toward a flexible, rewarding career from wherever you are. Learn more at federalhr.bartonccc.edu.
Welcome back into Sports Day, final segment of the show. Big thanks to Connor Nickel and Lyles Lashley for joining me on the program today. Sports Day is brought to you in part by Equity Bank. There when you need them, bank local, save big. With in-person banking and business banking, visit equitybank.com for more information. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoisington, and Larned. Also brought to you by C&E Doors, your full-service garage door company. Follow the orange sign south of 10th and Harrison. Brought to you in part by the Great Bend Rec, providing quality leisure, cultural, sports, fitness, and educational programs to improve the quality of the community and the individual lives of their community members. Lastly, brought to you in part by Freedom Claims Management. Let the experienced and dedicated staff at FCMI customize a health insurance plan that fits your business's needs. Update from Wichita. Great Bend Lady Panthers now down 5-0. Still nobody out in the top of the third. A bases-loaded walk, and Great Bend is struggling mightily against STA right now. And again, this was a Great Bend team that entered this tournament probably as the favorite to win it, but they're down early against STA, and they are going to need a lot of offense to come back and the pitching to kind of figure itself out. Make that 6-1 as a wild pitch brings home the third run of the inning. Great Bend was down 3-0. They got one back in the bottom of the second inning to make it 3-1. St. Thomas Aquinas still nobody out. 3 runs already in. Runners on second and third. And things just aren't looking great for the Great Bend Lady Panthers at the moment. But this is a team that's been able to score runs in bunches. They're certainly not out of it. But some work to do as they continue. That's going to do it for the show this school year. We'll be back, mid-August to early September. Still not 100% sure when we're going to bring it back. It's going to depend on when football season starts, really. I had a whole lot of fun hosting this show this year. It's been an education, to be sure. Definitely stressful at times, but overall very fun. I've really appreciated getting to know all the people that I've spoken to on this show, all the relationships I've been able to build in the ways that I've been able to build them. It's been a really, really fun time that I've been able to just meet folks and learn more about the area, learn more about sports. And as far as next year, my plans, the show's going to look similar. I want to expand a little bit more. I want to get some folks on. Last year, I want to focus on the smaller sports that I didn't do a great job of focusing on this year. I think that there's opportunity for really interesting stories. And I think I leaned too heavily on some of my regulars. Not to say that there won't still be regulars. I still plan on, guys like Connor. I plan on having him in every week. I plan on having Wyatt Thompson on when we get back around to football season. But all of that, I've got the entire summer to plan. You've got the entire summer to think about, and I hope you do. That's going to do it. Sports Day done. I can toss this up now. What do? I'm going to make another one before next year starts. Do I do the PTI thing? I missed. I hope everybody saw that on video. It was kind of close. Thanks, Landon. Thanks, Landon, for running the video feed and the cameras. Thanks to Mike Hesher and Dakota Tucker, who also stepped in when Landon couldn't make it. Big thanks to all the guests that have joined me this year. Big thanks to you for watching, you over there for watching and listening, because this camera still doesn't work. And isn't that how this show goes? I'm Brant Daughtry. Thank you for having me. I'll be around. We'll see you in a couple months. This has been Sports Day on 1590 KVGB at 95.5 FM.